Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Commerce with Namita. I am Namita Mane. In today's video, let us discuss the new topic, that is financial regulatory in India. What are the financial regulatory bodies in India? Types of financial regulatory bodies in India. So today in this video, we are going to talk about one financial regulatory, that is SEBI. SEBI stands for Security and Exchange Board of India. It is a financial regulatory body which is established by Government of India. So SEBI is regulating the capital market and security market of our country. It is one of the financial regulatory. And on the screen you can see that this is the logo of SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India. So without wasting time, let us talk about SEBI in detail. Before I start the lecture, let me tell you about Indian financial system. Now, this is the structure of Indian financial system. Under Indian financial system, there is institution, financial market, financial instruments, and financial services. To regulate this financial system, there are regulatory bodies, and these regulatory bodies controls or regulates or supervise this individual financial system. So each sector have its independent regulatory body. In today's video, we are going to talk about SEBI, and SEBI regulates the financial market. Like under financial market, there are two types of market: unorganized and organized market. Further, unorganized and organized market is further classified into two markets, that is capital market and money market. Money market and capital market is regulated by SEBI. So let's move to the topic SEBI. Introduction. The Indian financial system, the whole Indian financial system is regulated by independent regulators. Okay, so each sector like insurance sector, banking sector, security market, pension funds, each sector has an independent regulator. The role of this regulator is to look after the working of this sectors. Okay, so independent regulators are also called as statutory bodies in India. So in India, the Indian financial system is regulated by independent regulators, and they have been regulating the sectors like banking, capital market, insurance sector, pension sector, so on. Now banking sector is been regulated by Reserve Bank of India. Capital market is regulated by SEBI, that is Security Exchange Board of India. Insurance sector is regulated by Insurance Regulatory Development and Authority of India. Pension fund is regulated by Pension Fund Regulatory Development of India. Okay, so these regulators, financial regulators, are government bodies. These independent financial regulators are been established or set up by the government. Okay, and the why this financial regulatory has been set up, the regulatory body, they are established or they have been set up by the government to protect the interest of the public by providing and enforcing adequate standard for health and safety in society. For this purpose, the financial regulators are been set up. The main motto or the main objective is to set up these financial regulators are to protect the interest of the public. Now we'll move to SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI. SEBI was established in the year 1988. The establishment year of SEBI is 1988, but it got its legal status on 12th April 1992. SEBI was established in the year 1988 and it got its legal status on 12th April 1992. In the year 1992, SEBI got its legal status. It is the regulator. It is the regulator means it controls or it supervises the securities and commodity market in India, like capital market, and it is owned by Government of India. The head office of SEBI is in Mumbai. SEBI works under the guidance of Ministry of Finance. So SEBI is working under the guidance of Ministry of Finance, and it controls or it regulates, it supervises the markets of commodity markets and security markets or stock exchange also. Then it is established for the regulation and the functioning of stock market. SEBI is established for regulation and for functioning of stock market or stock exchange. Next, it also works for protecting the investor's right, prevent malpractices in security trading, and promotes healthy growth of capital market. So SEBI is also working for protecting the investor's right, the people or the public who invest in stock exchange. It protects their rights and it prevents malpractices, like there should not be any fraud or unfair trade practice which is to be happen with the investors. Then it promotes healthy growth of the capital market. It has the full authority. It has full authority to control. The work or the function of SEBI is to control, regulate, monitor, and direct the capital market. It works as a watchdog of the security markets. Okay, so SEBI is working as a watchdog of security market. SEBI has the responsibility to safeguard the interest of investors in securities and to enhance the development of and regulations of security market. So the responsibility of SEBI is to safeguard the interest of investors. Next, what are the objectives of SEBI? The objectives of SEBI are as follows. First objective is to save the rights and interest of investors, particularly individual investors, and to guide and educate them. The objective of SEBI is to save the rights as well as the interest of the investors, guide them in a proper investment, and give the education of investment plan. Next is to prevent trading malpractice like rigging the price. What is rigging the price? Rigging the price means, actually rigging the price is an illegal action that occurs when parties conspires to fix the price to achieve the higher profit at the expenses of the consumer. Rigging the price is what? Fixing the price in order to achieve the higher profit. Okay. Rigging the price is also known as price fixing. So to prevent the trading malpractices like price fixing or insider trading. Okay, now insider trading, SEBI prevents as well as it prohibits the insider trading practice. Now insider trading is what? It is the purchase or sell of stocks and other securities based on some information, and that information is not available to the general public. Okay, so insider trading is what? Selling the purchasing as well as selling the stocks and goods, stocks and securities on the basis of some information, and this information is not available to the general public. That is insider trading, misleading statements in prospectus, etc. So objective of SEBI is to prevent the trading malpractices like price fixing, insider trading, and misstatements in prospectus. Next is to regulate stock exchange and security market to promote their functions. Okay, so it regulates means it supervises the stock markets or stock exchange and security market for the proper functioning. To registering and regulating the working of stockbrokers and sub-brokers. Now, who are in the stock exchange, who deals with the shares and bonds, those people are called as stock brokers. And the registration as well as the regulation of stock brokers are done by the SEBI. Next is to promote the development of security market and promoting and regulating the self-regulatory organization. So these are the objectives of SEBI. Next, we'll move to the constitution of SEBI, the organizational structure of SEBI. First of all, SEBI constitutes the following members. SEBI has a chairman. Okay, first member is the chairman, and this chairman is nominated by Union Government of India. So Government of India appoints chairman of SEBI. Under chairman, there are more two members, and these two members are selected from officials of Ministry of Central Government. And these people, these two members, are dealing with finance and administration of Company Act 1956. So first of all is the chairman. Under chairman there are two members, and these two members are being selected from Ministry of Central Government. Then comes the one member, and one member is from official of Reserve Bank of India. So first of all is the chairman, then there are two members appointed from Ministry of Central Government. One member is from Reserve Bank of India, and there are more other 5 members, and out of these 5 members there are 3 members who will be the full-time members of SEBI, and the 5 members appointment is done by central government. So this is the structure of SEBI. Now see, this is the current organization structure of SEBI. So this is the chairman, and under chairman there are 4 whole-time members. Okay, so current chairman of SEBI is Shri Ajay Tyagi. He is the chairman of SEBI. We'll move next to the functions of SEBI. Now there are two types of functions of SEBI. One is protective function and second part is regulatory function. Now under protective functions, basically protective function is what SEBI gives the protection to its investors. So which are those protective functions? First is it stops and bans unfair trade practice in security markets. So if there is any unfair trade practice which is happening in security market with the investors, so it bans, it stops the unfair trade practice in the security market. Now which are those unfair trade practice which happens in security markets, like price rigging, market misleading statements in prospectus, manipulation, etc. Even insider trading is unfair trade practice. So SEBI, the functions of SEBI under protective function, SEBI stops, bans unfair trade practice in the security markets. Unfair trade practice like price rigging, misleading statement in prospectus, insider trading. Okay. Next is it controls insider trading. As I said that insider trading is purchasing and selling of stocks and securities on the basis of some information, and that information is not available to the general public. And it controls the insider trading, and also if the insider trading happens, then it imposes penalties on such practices. Okay, so SEBI controls, bans unfair trade practices. Along with it also imposes penalties on such practices. Next is it undertakes steps for investors protection, and it also promotes fair practice and code of conduct in security market. So these are protective functions of SEBI. Next we'll move to the regulatory function. Now under regulatory functions, the points are: it involves regulation of business in security market and other stock exchange. It also involves registration, regulation of working of variety of agents such as stock brokers. Okay, so it does the registration as well as it supervise the working of the agents who are working under stock exchange or security market, like stock brokers, share transfer agent, bankers, sub brokers to give an issue, trustee belonging to trustee register for a particular issue, underwriters, merchant bankers, portfolio managers, investment advisors who may be associated with security markets in any manner. Whoever is associated with the security market, SEBI regulates and does their registration. Next is registration and regulations of participant, working, depositors, custodians of security, credit rating agency. Then next point, registration and regulation in the working of venture capital fund and collective investment scheme, which includes mutual funds, regulating substantial acquisition of shares and takeover of companies, promoting and regulating the self-regulatory organization. So these are the regulatory functions of SEBI. Next, we'll move to the powers of SEBIs. Now, there are some powers which is given by the Government of India for to SEBI. Now, which are those? These the powers are as follows. First power is regulating the business activities of capital market. So, it regulates to regulate. The power is to regulate the business activities of capital market. Capital market is basically a long-term market. Next is to the power to grant registration to financial intermediaries, register and regulate how the depositors work, registering and regulating the working of venture capital fund and mutual funds. Next is to the power to grant approval to bylaws of recognized exchange. Now, to grant approval to bylaws. Now, what is bylaws? Bylaws is a rule or a law established by an organization or a community. So, bylaws is, in short, it is a rule established by an organization or community to regulate itself as allowed or provided for by some higher authority, that is bylaw. Next is power to prohibit insider trading and power to compile listing of securities in public companies. Next power is power to control and regulate stock exchange, power to call for any information or explanation from recognized stock exchange or its member. So, SEBI has power if there is any unfair trade practice or if any fraud has happened in for stock exchange market, then SEBI has right to call for such information as well as it can ask for the explanation from the stock exchange and its member. Next power is power to levy fees. Levy fees is what? It is an impose or a charge or a fine. Okay, so if there is any unfair trade practice, then SEBI can ask or can charge a fine fees from the particular person. Power to regulate acquisition of shares and takeover of companies. Power to promote, regulate self-regulatory bodies. Next is stopping frauds and unfair trade practice, which relates to the security market. If there is any fraud or unfair trade practice, so SEBI has power to stop them. Next is promotion of investors, education and training, and performing any other function as may be assigned by government from time to time. If there is any function which the government wants to wants SEBI to perform it, so SEBI has to perform it from time to time. So these are the powers of SEBI. So thank you very much. I hope you have understood the SEBI, Financial Regulatory Body of India. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share the video, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the latest notification.